Today in MATLAB Basics, I'm going to reshoot the original video that I did for this website. This video will show us how to make a simple GUI using guide inside of MATLAB. To begin this process, we'll type guide, and from there we could choose many different templates to start with if we want to modify one of those or to understand how they were written in guide. However, a blank GUI will do just fine today. We'll hit OK. And now we have this blank GUI. We know that we're going to want to have an axis, and maybe there's going to be a button involved. So we'll put a button in here. Let's put some other widgets to play with also, like a checkbox and a slider. Great, so we can take those and rearrange them however we like. Once we're ready, we can hit play. This will prompt us to save. Untitled is fine. There we are. Now this is running, and when we click the slider, it moves, but nothing seems to happen. Same with the checkbox or the push button. And the reason for that is we need to wire up the back end of this before we can do anything. So now when we come here, we can go to that push button, select it, then right-click, and choose callback. We are now inside the M file that is created. You'll notice that there is the fig file that stores all of those widgets, and then there's the M file which specifies the behavior when you click those buttons, sliders, and what have you. Now we've chosen push button 1 callback, and this is going to be very simple. We're just going to say membrane 1. That's going to be the code that we execute. We could put something more fancy in there, but for today we're just going to use some demonstration code that ships with MATLAB. I'm going to hit F5 to save and run this. And now when we push this button, that callback is fired and the membrane is drawn. What else can we do with these GUIs? If we come here, I can do some layout management. Maybe I will put together a panel like this, and then I can put the checkbox inside there, maybe make it a little bit bigger, drop the slider in there. And the reason I would want to do that is now this entire panel can be moved as one unit. We can also do some layout management by selecting both of these and then choosing the Align Objects button. And we can say I want them all to align on top. And now they'll be aligned like that. So that gives us the ability to lay these things out. We can also add things like a menu editor, or we can even double-click on these buttons or any other widget, and up comes the Property Inspector. With the Property Inspector, we can do things like change the string so that instead of saying push button, it says logo. Let's come here and save that and run it again. And there we are. When we click the logo button, we'll still get the logo. So that's the basics of GUI building in MATLAB. Basically, you will paint out the GUI that you're interested in making, and then wire up the back end so that when you click the buttons or move the sliders, the appropriate things happen. Thank you.